live.
Hey guys.
Surprise, we're live.
Happy Tuesday.
P.S. You hear the low rumbling of machinery right outside my door. As Murphy's Law would have it, the minute we started to prepare to go live, our contractor showed up who's fixing our sidewalk. And he's running some sort of machinery currently. So.
It's kismet. I don't hear it on my end. So
okay, good.
I have dogs like trying to lick and chew my door down. So a fun background noise kind of a day.
For those of you who don't know us, Carrie Alder's Carrie, who's wearing a Santa hat, which we'll get into because I have a bone to pick, is our enterprise account manager here at B Squared.
Hey guys. And of course, I think everybody, if you're on this page, you know Brooke Sellis, our fearless leader, our founder, the boss lady of the team.
I hate the word boss lady. I mean, I get it, but like, we don't here. Carrie.
Do I need to explain myself?
Yes, because okay, this is probably not a well-known fact, but people who know me really well know that I'm such a bah humbug, aka the Grinch. I'm just not a holiday person. Thanksgiving and Halloween I can get behind, but my whole thing is like my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving, isn't even here yet, and you got on a Santa hat.
Explain, there is a method to my man. I also have Rudolph finger puppets because, as I have been called obnoxiously festive or punch you in the face festive, which is, I don't know if that's flattering or not, but I am doing this for a purpose today because we are talking about holiday marketing.
Okay.
You have to. You can't start that day of, or you're already SOL. So there's a method to my madness. Although I am really highly entertained by finger puppets, and I apologize because I'm going to be distracted by them the entire time.
If you make it till the end of the broadcast, you have a live finger puppet show. The exquisite Keenan. So we're talking holiday marketing today because if you haven't started your holiday marketing yet, you might want to jump on that roll.
It's go time. I think, in my opinion, starting at 12:01 on November 1st, it's go time. It's already Halloween's over. It's Christmas. I mean, shoot, it's probably back to school already. The way holidays get pushed a little bit.
Yes. The back to school stuff was in the stores this year. I'm not even kidding you. I feel like right after July 4th, we got into back to school. I feel like every year the time at which all of the like next thing goes out, it happens earlier and earlier.
Yeah. And we need to kind of we need to predict when that's happening, and we need to be ready for it. I'm sorry, I have to put but we really need to be prepared. This is going to be me for like literal rest of the year. It's just going to be kind of obnoxious, and I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
To anyone who has to deal with me in person.
From our perspective too, with our clients, we really got started with holiday marketing like 90 days out. So we've been kind of in holiday mode already, but not to fret. We're here with some real life and real world questions and examples. So the questions that we've received from clients we're going to talk about today and then give you some real world examples. So Carrie, take it away.
All right. Well, my biggest tip is if you have something that someone's going to purchase, if you want to be considered a gift situation, if you want to be thought about at holiday time as, hey, you need to gift this for someone for the holidays, you've got to be on mobile social. Instagram, sponsored posts, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, the whole thing. I have already succumbed to these myself. I've purchased at least 2 Christmas gifts already based on targeted posts on Instagram.
They are. What were they? Can you share?
All right, earmuffs. There is a T-shirt coming for a person that lives in my household who is not me.
Okay, so you don't have to say too much if they watch.
Yeah, well, his family does.
Okay. You don't have to say too much.
Yep, and then based on, I know this is based on this other gift on my political likes and because I'm not a kid person, but I was targeted with a children's book. That was the ABCs of Feminism. And it's just, I'm going from it, you can see it, sorry. And it's a children's book that's just A to Z of great female leaders to, and I got multiple copies for the children of multiple friends of mine. And it showed up in my feed, and it's based on my interests. I'm like, I don't have kids, but I know people with kids need to have this.
I haven't purchased it yet, but it's been showing up on my feed in two ways. Two brands, I guess. I think it's like the voice thing. Like I've said it, and now all of a sudden I'm seeing these ads. Oh, there goes the song. Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
The joys of working from home. And anyhow, so I really want one of those gravity blankets. So I've gotten the ads in my Instagram feed both for gravity blanket and something called Calm. It's a Calm blanket, same competitor, I guess. And I literally went to my husband last night after seeing another ad in my Instagram feed, and I was like, I only want one thing for Christmas, and it's a gravity blanket or a Calm blanket. And I mentioned the second brand, who I'm assuming either got me through like the power of voice search or got me through, targeting competitors. And their ads. So I'm with you on that one.
I actually have gotten that too. I thought it was based on my podcast history. This is why the ad targeting is just so fascinating. There's a bachelorette podcast that I listen to. It's a drinking game how many times I mentioned that show. But the host, she mentioned that she has a gravity, an anxiety blanket is what she called it, a weighted blanket. And because of that, I had started talking about that. And all of a sudden, I started getting the targeting too. And I thought it was because of that connection. But it's good to know I'm not the only one getting that one.
No, I'm getting it. Maybe they're just targeting everyone because it's a newer thing. But I've been getting the gravity blanket ads for a while. And I just started getting this Calm blanket to show up as well. And
there's also one at Target too. Just happy place.
Good to know because they're not cheap, man.
Mm-hmm.
And ads, you gotta explain the importance of ads here during the holidays.
And even though with that, there's a giant caveat is it's going to cost you this time of year. Everybody wants eyeballs because look at us. We're dropping brand names. We're dropping product ideas because we saw them targeted to us in social. It costs more this time of year because it works. And you have to kind of consider. Hey, Deborah said that the blankets also help restless leg and nervousness.
Hello.
I love all the love for gravity blankets. Hey guys, social media company.
Of course, now I'm also choking because it's murky and I don't have any water.
Oh no.
But for an example, one of our clients who Carrie actually works with, she works on their organic social side, and they also do advertising with us. They're a financial brand. They more than doubled, right? Yeah, doubled their budget for the holidays. So for that 90-day holiday sweeps period, they went from a $10,000 a month budget to a $20,000 a month budget.
Yep.
They understand that everybody's out there running ads at this time, and the competition is fierce.
Yep, it's definitely pay to play and pay a lot more than you normally would to play. But I think we are sitting here as two people that know what's going on. We know we're being targeted. We know why we're being targeted, but it still works.
Oh,
I'm like, hey, these guys know exactly. Oh, I liked this page. Now I'm getting this ad, and I know it, and it doesn't matter. It makes my if it's the term thumb stopping. If I'm going through my phone and I'm like, boom, I know exactly who needs this for Christmas. That just makes my life easier because then again, I don't have to leave the house. I can just order it on my phone, and I'm done. And it just, I'm also a sucker for sponsored ads on podcasts. So
yeah, I like this.
It really, really works.
One of the things that I think is, a little over talked about, overdone, but you have to bring it up during this time of year is partnering with an influencer. And Carrie and I want to bring a caveat in. And so when we talk about influencers, we're not talking about like the Real Housewives franchise or like Kim K. We're talking about like a real world influencer. So Carrie and I were kind of like batting around, like what would that look like? And if we're going to go big, we were thinking Joanna Gaines, who if you watch any sort of HGTV, you know who she is. she does Fixer Upper, and she recently just had a baby. So something that would be good for her, and almost like a double whammy, especially during the holidays, would be to pair up with her. Say if you're like a baby mattress brand, get in touch with Joanna Gaines. Get her to mention your baby mattress because she has a new baby. Send her the product, and then also, you know, you've got her then hopefully hooked and using you on any other show where she's decorating a house with a baby. I mean, it's kind of like, you can't just think like in the now for the holidays. You have to also think like, how will this person help me in the future?
I think that kind of leads into Deborah's question, is how can we reach our target market without spending a super ton of money? It's finding other ways to get in there. I think it's not, I mean, yes, the ads are important, but if you started working, I mean, golly, if we started working with Joanna Gaines in February for Christmas, I wouldn't make me sad at all.
No, and that's so true. Obviously, if you're going to be working with someone like Joanna Gaines, you're going to have a hefty budget. Not everybody has that hefty budget. So how can you get started? There are easy ways to partner with another brand who's complementary to what you do and work with them as an influencer. And that might just be like a micro influencer. It could just be Deborah, a partner in your community. And like, let's just say you decided to partner with B Squared because Deb has a couple of different businesses, but one of them is all about building websites. We don't build websites, but we can kind of take that next step after you have a website and help with your online presence. So for instance, Deb, you could partner with B Squared and we could do like a takeover of your Facebook or Instagram accounts and talk about the importance of having like that owned space, which is your website, and then how you can use that foundational owned space to then use the rented land or the social webs to get people to your website and hopefully complete some sort of action, like sign up for a newsletter or subscribe to your membership or whatever it may be. That's like a smaller, more real world version of influencer marketing. Just like on a more realistic level, everyone has a budget, right? So you have to go where your budget is. I think a good example there too is Carrie and I talked about a food brand, very popular around the holidays. We weren't sure if we should mention them or not, but essentially they hired an influencer who was well known in the party space, and they sent her all of these like food packages and baskets and whatnot, and she actually used them for her holiday parties, but like took them and used them in her way, and then put out content on her channel about this brand's packages or baskets.
And I think also with that, and it may not be as expensive as going after like the stars of the Bachelor franchise or Kim K or any of that, is going for advocates in your community. You know who your super fans are, you know who loves you, you know who's going to talk about you anyway. So reaching out to those people to share into their space, just because they don't have 100, 200,000 followers doesn't mean they're not influential. And it doesn't mean you don't have to call it big and huge to be an influence. You just need to have someone who's passionate about it. And having that advocacy layer, this is kind of one of my soapbox moments, having that advocacy layer in there and having people that truly, truly speak your brand's best interest at heart, it's going to help. It's going to really help. Just share your message around, like, look at us dropping brand names in the chat and looking, talking about products and people. It really helps to get your name out there at not as much expenditure, but really building those relationships.
Yeah, exactly. And since you are our queen of, Carrie a lot of things, but she's the queen of tagging for absolute sure. And she's also kind of the queen of hashtags. So why don't we bring up hashtags, because that kind of falls in line with what we're talking about with influencers. If they're going to be, doing something on their channel on your behalf, they should be using your hashtag as part of their strategy. So go into that a little bit.
Well, looking at another way to kind of avoid spending some of the big upfront money on ads is to make sure you're using the right hashtags. Look for what people are interested in. If you're selling wine, there are wine hashtags, not just, Christmas gift 2018. I almost said 2015. Wow. It's all a whole lot younger. But it's following those hashtags that lead you down kind of a road to oh, people that talk about this hashtag also talk about this hashtag, and this hashtag might cost you less to advertise on. So you just have to kind of get to know your community and what they're also interested in, and taking that next step. Because just because you are using hashtag gifts under $50 doesn't mean you're going to be seen. But using hashtag Etsy Christmas, you might be. It's all depending on what product it is or what you eventually want the customer to do long term that'll help out.
Yeah. And I think it's important to note too, because I feel like we might be freaking people out. I'm feeling like if they haven't already started with their holiday marketing, that they're behind. You're doing okay. Don't freak out.
It's not Thanksgiving yet. We're still in the year.
There's still time. But I think, sometimes it's worth it not to just focus on like the bigger holidays, right? You could also focus on some of the smaller holidays like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Those are great holidays to focus around. And there's always going to be the last minute shopper. Hello. You were talking about how you've gotten gifts. I haven't done a thing. It's not even on my radar because I think humbug or Grinch.
Oh, I might not wrap them till January, but I've got them, and that's all that matters.
I have zero lists. I've done zero shopping. I'm like a total last minute shopper. So like think of me when you're thinking of your consumers, and remember there's always going to be that last minute shopper. So there's always time. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and if you're a nonprofit, don't forget about Giving Tuesday. Last year, we actually helped a nonprofit in a really short amount of time. They came to us at the end of August, early September for Giving Tuesday, which happens the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And we were able to help them raise $30,000, even in that short amount of time, just with some really good storytelling content and asks and things like that. So if you want to check out that case study, PS, it's on our website under resources.
And will be dropped in the chat here as soon as as soon as it's done.
See, this is why Carrie's so good. But yeah, I think, there's always something for you to do. We hate, and we hear it all the time, but we hate hearing like, I don't have anything to talk about, or I don't have anything to sell, or I can't align with whatever holiday it is. And that's not true. You just need some creative help maybe.
And you can take a look at those holidays and you can create something special just for your social community too. Reward people for being a loyal part of your community. Like if it's, maybe have a internet only or have a Twitter only discount code, or anybody.
I like that. Yeah.
Or like the first 5 people to comment get a discount. You can really make it.
Yes. I love that.
Thing,
make sure your social channels like feel special.
Give them love.
Reason. Yeah.
There's something I've only participated in a little because I'm still kind of on the fence about how I feel about them, but there's a really great, easy Instagram giveaway process where it's tag a friend. If you want to win this package, tag a friend, both of you need to follow.
Like the post.
Hashtag whatever.
Yeah.
That's out there.
Those dry bar. I'm totally guilty of.
Yeah. Oh, I've been tagged in them, and I have tagged people in them. But it's it's another way to do it. It's maybe the discount is more a little better than just hey, tag a friend. Hey, we're giving anyone who's using this code because they came in via Instagram gets a free this or a discounted that or a free hug when you come in the store. Just sort of like a secret community.
If only it was that easy. I think too that this is like totally obvious for us to say, but like don't forget that the internet doesn't take time off. So if you are going to engage with any sort of holiday campaign, you need to be available and around on the holidays to respond to any of those people who may be responding to your campaign, like tagging or liking or using your hashtag. So I think you have to think it through from beginning to end and understand like what your resources are. And resources doesn't just mean like money; it also means time, right? So that's why we have jobs and why I have a company, because people often don't have those resources or they don't have the time, especially around holidays, before or after hours, weekends. So really think about when and how you're going to be available. And if you do set up a campaign, you might want to note that as part of the campaign. Like, we're only going to be calling winners at this time, or our office hours on social are from this time to this time. Or you could outsource something like Be Squared. And I think that's exactly what we're here to do. So we have a global luxury appliance brand that we work with, and their really main goal and key performance indicator on their social activities revolves around customer service and response time. And we are now their number one vendor globally because we respond for them in 10 minutes or less. So,
and that's with no bots. Just
yeah,
pointing out. It's all actual human interaction.
Our human team members.
We're human bots.
It's pretty awesome that we're there to do something like that. But we also realize this is what we do. This is what we do. And if you're a solopreneur and you're doing all the things, plus you have your family coming in and you're cooking the meal and whatever, add to that list, plus you have 3 kids and all the things, you know, you may not have the time to do that. So just be open and honest and transparent about what time you do have. Maybe mention that in some place. And then if you want to be available 24/7, well, we're not 24/7. Let's not get it out there. We're not. But if you need more of around the clock care, then you could consider outsourcing to a partner.
Yep, I think kind of just the overall thing is it's the holidays. Attach to it emotionally. Have fun with it. Don't be like punch in the face festive with, you know, sleigh hats and finger puppets. But I assure you, this is just for the video. But just get that feeling of, even if it's just having your Instagram feed have a color story for the holidays. You know, just to, you know, put some snow animated GIFs on your blog. Just give it kind of a fun little feel, and don't be exclusionary to, you know, but, you know, I wouldn't, you know, don't go as far as like saying it's only this and not that. But have fun with it, you know, just make it a fun place that people want to go and talk about what your brand is and what their relationship is to it, and it'll do well.
Yeah, I think the emotional connection's obviously a big thing for social in general, but especially on the holidays, because everyone's different. We all celebrate different things. And so if you're not careful with your connection making and the words that you choose, you could be leaving people out. So something to think about. Or, you know, if you're selling Christmas trees or Santa hats, there's a very specific audience that you're talking to, and you should be specific then in the verbiage that you choose for your marketing. So I think, again, it's something to really think through. So don't freak out about timing and not do a campaign. But put a lot of thought around every piece of the campaign from start to finish, including your messaging and your copy.
Yeah, I think that rounds it. I mean, obviously to me, Christmas marketing is always like that circa 1980s Folders commercial where the son comes home from college and the little kids, like, that's Christmas. Like, that's what it is.
I love that commercial. They pull it out every now and again. P.S.
Yeah.
I think they need to redo, but I feel like I saw it like not too long ago.
Yeah, that commercial always equals, oh, it must be holiday time. The son's coming home. It must be time to put up the tree and wrap the presents, because
do you cry with that commercial, please?
Oh, every single time.
I want it. I'm so about God.
And on that note, about our weepingness.
Well, now it's time for your puppet show. So we'll sign off with Carrie's puppet show.
These are meant for like 3-year-olds. I don't know if they fit quite as well. But of course, if it's meant for 3-year-olds, I'm going to be highly entertained by it.
Oh, I love I can't say the word, abominable.
The Bumble? Just call him Bumble, because the Bumble's...
The abominable snowman. I can't say that word. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any holiday marketing questions, pop them in the little comment box below this video, or shoot us a note on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or email us. It's all on our website too, so you can get a hold of us. Send smoke signals. We'll find it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.